Getting day 2 started off with bent over rows, big compound movement for the back. So we did some mobility, we did a warm-up set. Now we're on to our 4 working sets. We're gonna keep the weight the same. This is chest and back day, baby, so you're gonna be getting a pump like you wouldn't believe. We're excited to get it going. Oh, and this one's gonna push us to our limit. Oh yeah. Yesterday was leg day, today upper body, thankfully, because the legs are already feeling it from yesterday. But with a movement like this, it's bent over rows, I mean, because you're in that hanging position, you're really bracing yourself throughout every single repetition. It's kind of full body, I mean, at least it feels like it, you know, you get a little activation in the legs. They have to be tense, the glutes, hamstrings, in that bent over position. And of course, rowing all that weight up there. Great way to start off, really gets that blood flowing, oxygen pumping in those muscles. You're getting ready. That felt really good. We're on the 3rd week of stage 2, the final week, before heading into stage 3. So I started with 225 on the bench. I progressed up to 245 over that 3-week period, and I feel really good. Today is a really big day as far as upper body, but delts, triceps, biceps, they're gonna be getting a little bit of secondary work in today, but they're gonna be stepping into the main stage on days 3 and day 4 when we really focus on them. So this is a little bit of a warm up for them before they make their big debut. Oh yeah. Now some people might notice there's not quite as much weight as Hudson was doing. This is 205, Hudson's hitting 245. You know, everyone's gonna be a little bit different in their strength journey, whether that be they're coming from a place that they're maybe not quite as strong as someone else, so it just takes them a little bit longer. But also, there could be roadblocks in the way. I know for myself, I got pretty sick for like a week straight. It kind of set me off course. I wasn't working out, going to the gym, just kind of staying away from people, which we typically recommend if you're sick. You don't want to overdo it. I usually just take off training. I don't try to push myself. I think it's better for the body to rest, recover, heal. Even though when you get back, you're gonna feel a lot weaker because you haven't worked out in a while, but it's better for you because I'm feeling really good right now. I'm kind of jumping right back in. I'm not pushing myself too hard. I wanna make sure the weight feels good. I'm marking this weight down, 205. Of course, the whole point, like Hudson's been saying, is that progressive overload in the weights, slowly increasing the weight week by week. When I actually started, before I got sick, it was 185 for 10 reps, and now it's 205. So feeling better, getting right back to it, and that's what we'd recommend. If you're sick, if you're injured, take the time off. Don't worry, you can get back in when you feel better, and you'll get right back to where you were, or even better because you took the time to heal and rest up. Oh yeah, pull-ups. Definitely one of our favorites for back, really upper body in general. It's a hard one, you know, a lot of people can't do pull-ups because you can't control the weight. You really have to pull up your own body weight. Obviously, there is fixes for that. You can do assisted pull-ups with a mobility band or a machine. So that's what's nice. Or you can do like an inverted row. So there's ways around it, but if you are able to do pull-ups, it's an amazing exercise. And if you're not, definitely work up to the strength to do a first pull-up. It's not only you feel very accomplished when you do your first pull-up, but then you only get better from there, and it has a lot of benefits. We're going shirtless today. It's upper body, man. You get that pump, you feel a little bit more confident. And speaking of that, we're trying to switch it up a little bit with this stage. You can see the cuts are a little longer. We're kind of showing all of our repetitions. Let us know how you like it. We're trying to keep this a little bit more like you're in the gym with us working out. We spent a lot of time in our prior 2 videos
link in description, stage 0, stage 1, really breaking down every exercise. Now we just want to show you how we do it. Get in there, get it done, and leave a comment if you like it, because we'll just continue the rest of the hypertrophy plan like this. More of this kind of raw, gritty workout style. We're all getting the pumps together, baby. Yeah. I don't know if I'm ready. Nice. I was glad you were able to get that one, because when you're the cameraman and the spotter.
Yeah, I was gonna say I probably actually would have tried for more, but you don't have a spotter, so.
Safety first.
Yeah.
Safety second. Pumps first, safety
Pumps
second.
first.
Speaking of pumps, I think in stage 3 and 4, we're gonna get a tan.
Yeah.
Because that's
white.
It's a little buff tip there. Oh damn! Look at that.
Getting there. There's nothing like being on a good program, honestly. No matter what, it's literally guaranteed results. You know, everyone talks about this and that, but man, it's just being on a strict program, being consistent with it, progressive overload, watching your nutrition. I mean, you just check off all those boxes and it is absolutely guaranteed results every time.
50% workout, 50% meals, 10% tan. Buff.
100% buff.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, I'm feeling really good today. And it can vary from day to day because there's so many factors that go into it. How you slept last night, how you're just overall well-being. And I'm feeling pretty damn good. I probably could have went up to 225, but again, when you don't got a spotter, you want to play it safe. And I'd rather Brandon shoot the video than spot me, you know. Priorities and all. So it's going good though.
Oh yeah. I would say feeling wise, it's probably one of my favorite back movements. The bent over V grip rows, very similar to like a T-bar row, just difference is just the grip. Instead of a wider grip, the T, T-bar, just kind of a narrower. The difference being, of course, a little bit of placement of the elbow, a little less and more engagement in the lats, more so when your elbows are running closer, a little less so when they're flared. So it just changes a little bit of the muscle activation, but regardless, an amazing back exercise.
We've got this one on a very handy landmine attachment, which our dad actually built. Probably, in my opinion, one of his greatest DIY exercise inventions, because it is held up, it's really sturdy. If you don't have one, you could always just stick a bar in a corner of a room. Of course, we would suggest anchoring that with maybe a dumbbell, because the heavier the weight gets, the more you're gonna have some stability issues there with the bar. Or if you're in a commercial gym, you can always use a seated V-grip row. So there's a lot of variations there, and you can find many different ways of performing the same movement if you don't happen to have the specific piece of equipment such as we're using now. Yeah. We're moving on to the isolations. We're beginning with underhand flies. It's gonna be 3 sets, 12 reps. It feels like a little bit of a relief at this point because we've done so many major compounds. Not that this is any easier, but less muscles involved. So it's less of you is coming together to accomplish the mission of getting buff. And it feels like it's about right for me, because I was with those V-grip rows, I was at my limit. So it's a nice little lull in the action for a moment here, but we're still building some really great development in our chest. Posing is extremely underrated, especially right after a set to get right into it. You realize just how hard it is. Oh man. Oh, but it's a great way to end a set, especially when you start to be able to see the fruits of your labors in the mirror. You just gotta have good lighting and again a tan to maximize that development, baby.
Pump.
And a pump. You gotta have a pump. Always.
Oh yeah. At first it feels a little less taxing than the compound movements, of course this being in isolation, but then you realize there's extra reps, there's 12 reps instead of 10. And really it's that way because you're not gonna be doing quite as much weight on the isolations. You're trying to add a little bit more stimulus in there, going lighter weight, but higher repetitions. So adding that difficulty in there, still, even with the isolations. Oh man, now I'm feeling it. Oh, yeah. Definitely need a tan. Ooh. Still feeling pretty good.
There's certain exercises where there is no doubt the muscle group that you're focusing on, and with straight arm pull downs, the lat is it, man. You just feel that stretch, and it feels really good at the end of this workout. Oh, we have only got one more exercise to go. We're gonna be hitting core because core is featured in every day of this workout routine. It can be a neglected part of the body when we're making sure that we're hitting everything. And of course, core is a big part of what helps to make you better, both visually and as an athlete.
Here we go, the rollouts, last exercise. You know, it is very purposeful that we are including this particular exercise in this day. Really when you see the rollout and the positioning in the arms, how this exercise performed, you'll see that your arms are flexing and then extending. So it's very similar to a pullover or a straight arm pull down. So it is gonna be a lot of lats. It is gonna be some of the chest, the triceps. So you are gonna feel a lot of that upper body working, especially in conjunction with what you've done in this workout. So a little extra hit, little extra pump, but because you're in that plank position, fully extended out, you're gonna have to brace like crazy. So it's not only the abdominals, it's the lower backs, a little bit in the glutes. So it's really engaging everything. One of our favorite core exercises for sure. So a great way to end this workout specifically because we've already been working the lats, the chest, and we are still hitting it in this exercise along with the core.
Brandon's working on his last set. That wraps up day 2, chest and back of stage 2. We're gonna see you next for shoulders. Oh, gonna be a good one. Yeah.